I'm doing it after. Uh, Doing it after work, later in the day, not in the morning. But I thought might as well do it. Um, get it done. So yeah, Revelations 2. Let's get into it. To the church in Ephesus. To the angel of the church in Ephesus, write the words of him who holds the 7 stars in his right hand, who walks among the 7 golden lampstands. I know your works, your toil, your patient endurance, and how you cannot bear with those who are evil, but have tested those who call themselves apostles and are not, and found them to be false. I know you are enduring patiently and bearing up my name's sake, and you have not grown weary. But I have this against you. You have abandoned the love you have at first. Remember, therefore, from where you have fallen. Repent and do the works you did at first. If not, I will come to you and remove your lampstand from its place, unless you repent. Yet this you have. You hate the works of the Nicolaitans, which I also hate. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit it says to the churches. To the one who conquers, I will grant to eat the tree of life, which is the paradise of God. Fairly reasonable and stuff. Also very generic. Huh, interesting. Probably very, but yes, I'm assuming these churches in real place. These are things that are actually happening. Basically, it's like saying, yeah, you're kind of doing these good, but you're also doing this really wrong and really badly. So we need to fix that. To the church in Samaria. There's no H in that. I don't know why. Anyway, to the angel of the church of Samaria. I think that's better. Write the words of the first and the last who died and came to life. I know your tribulation, and your poverty, but you are rich, and the slander of those who say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. Do not fear what you are about to suffer. Behold, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison, that you may be tested. For 10 days you will have tribulation. Be faithful unto death. I will give you the crown of life. He who has ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. The one who conquers will not be hurt by the second death. Okay. Also, again, the one who conquers. What does that mean? Like, does it mean like really? Conquering isn't really our nature, but then again, if you could claim, if there was a way to conquer in a peaceful way, then it would. But it also doesn't mean conquer over yourself. Like, yeah, I don't know. That's very confusing to me. To the church in Pergamum, and to the angel of the church in Pergamum, write the words of him who has a sharp, two-edged sword. I know where you dwell, where Satan's throne is. Yet you hold fast my name, and do not deny my faith, even in the days of Antipas, my faithful witness, who is killed among you, where Satan dwells. But I have a few things against you. You have some there who hold the teaching of Balaam, who have taught Balak to put a stumbling block before the sons of Israel, so that they might eat food sacrificed to idols and practice sexual immorality. So also you have some who hold the teaching of the Nicolaitans. Therefore repent. If not, I will come to you soon and war against them with a sword of my mouth. He who has ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To the one who conquers, I will give some of the hidden manna, and I will give him a white stone with a new name written on the stone that no one knows except the one who receives it. Cool? Okay. To the church of Thyatira, and to the angel of the church of Thyatira, write the words of the Son of God, who has the eyes like flame of fire, whose feet are like burnished bronze. I know your works, your love, your faith, your servants, your patience, endurance, and that your later works exceed the first. But I have this against you, that you tolerate that woman Jezebel, who calls herself a prophetess and is teaching and seducing my servants to practice sexual immorality, to eat food sacrificed to idols. I gave her time to repent, but she refuses to repent her sexual immorality. Behold, I throw her onto a sickbed. Those who commit adultery with her I will throw into the great tribulation, unless they repent of her works. I will strike her children dead, and all the churches will know I am he who searches the mind and heart. I will give each of you according to your works. But the rest of you in Thyatira, who do not hold this teaching, who have not learnt what some call the deep things of Satan, to you I say, I do not lay on you any other burden. Only hold fast what you have until I come. The one who conquers and keeps my works until the end, I will give him authority over the nations. He will rule them with a rod of iron. When the earthen pots are broken into pieces, even I myself will receive authority from my Father, and I will give him the morning star. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. Okay, so there's a lot of common points throughout it. It's like, he who has an ear, let him hear. And also, the one who conquers. I don't quite know what that means. I'm sure there's writings on that, but it's a very confusing turn of phrase. Very interesting turn of phrase. And yeah, I explained at the beginning of the other one that this is a fever dream. And yeah, even just the letters are a mess. And maybe made more sense at the time, because they might be referring to actual people, but also maybe not. So yeah, I have no idea how to explain these. They just are. And I'm reading them, because I feel like they need to be out there. And they already are out there, but I just need to. Anyway, this feels completely off topic, but I was asking my mom about a thing. Basically, we used to live somewhere else, and there was a state high school there, and I was always wanted to go to that state high school, but mom wanted to send me to this private school, and she was like, you're going to send me there, and she kept saying I couldn't go to the state high school, and it's like, it's a really good, it's like, okay, it's not the best state high school, but it's really good, like, it was actually really nice, and it's like, it wasn't a bad school, it was a good school. I couldn't understand why she didn't want me to go. And I kind of, like, even after all these years, like, I still don't understand why, like, what was so bad about the school? Like, how could you have known, like, how, like, there was no evidence, there was nothing that could say it was a bad school. Like, why didn't you want me to go? Like, in the end, we ended up moving, so it wasn't a problem. And she would have pulled me out after a year. Basically, if we stayed there, I would have gone a year and then been moved to the thing, because by that stage, I would have wanted to. And then she was like, because of bullying. And now I know I probably would have, because I was like, no, that would never happen. And she's like, because of the bullying. And you see, I was bullied in grade 9. I know that happened. And except I don't really have that many memories of it. I'm vaguely aware it happened, mainly because of what people have said and stuff. And I kind of vaguely have recollections of who did it. And I kind of know what it was about. But I don't remember it. And the thing is, it was only in that point did I realize that I don't remember grade 6 and a lot of other times in living there. And also, her saying those words brought back a ton of memories, which are very conflicting. And this is my message because, like, I might have not, I don't know if I properly explained it, Mom, and I don't know how to actually say how thankful I am that you told me that, and also that you were always going to make sure I think, because, like, while part of me is like, oh yeah, sheltering's nice, at the same time, it's like, memories came back. When I moved and I came to my high school, I found out a thing called DFTBA. Don't forget to be awesome, nerd fighters, whatever. It was celebrating being nerdy. I wouldn't have discovered that if I didn't go to my school, and I probably wouldn't have discovered it even at the other school there. Like, but basically that encouraged me to actually take ownership of the fact that I was a nerdy anything and want to be that and take pride in that, and it still didn't really work because the moment someone to use that to be an insult, it still hurt. The moment my siblings started using it insult to be hurt, it hurt. But I tried so hard to claim it for myself. And the thing is, at the time I was like, I've never been bullied. It's fine. It's fine. It's like, it feels weird to do that. Like, I've got a perfect life. I've never been bullied. But that was the thought of like, I realized things weren't just dreams. Because I know back then I was a scared little girl. I was terrified of the world. And I was also a lot kinder. And I was a lot less bitter. And I have vague memories, and which I now think of dreams of wanting to punch a group of girls and boys, kind of, in my school back in grade 6. Thing is, that wasn't the memories that came back. That wasn't me having that thought. That was me being bullied, telling my parents about the bullying, my parents saying the best thing to do is just either ignore them. My parents were basically ignore them, but my dad suggested punching them. Just standing up to them and punching them, giving them a good old punch. And it's so weird, because that, I think, has stayed with me a lot. Like, violence is an answer. Mum was very much like, no, that is not an answer at the time. But it was, I don't know how to feel. It's like a huge weight off my shoulders, but also at the same time it feels weird because my family has said things to me once off in the heat of the moment that line up with what those bullies almost certainly said to me. And I've held it against them for a long time because what the bullies did, it damaged me. I just couldn't remember them doing it, and I still can't quite remember it. But now I'm aware there's a blank spot in my memory, which makes it better because now I know my family doesn't actually hate me, because it's very easy for them to say the kinds of things without meaning to that lined up with what they were saying, and with me having no context for why those words were so bad to me, and they definitely having no context. I was just hurt, and I felt they hated me when actually was a symptom of a deeper hurt that my memories of got repressed. It's kind of the thing of like, what does forgiveness mean? Because if you forget, because people say forgive and forget, but if you forget and you don't forget before you've forgiven them, then I don't forgive them anymore. And I can't forgive them. I don't even know what they did, but I can't forgive them. And I probably never can, because they hurt me irreparably in ways they don't even fully understand, because I couldn't even process the trauma because I didn't remember the trauma. I just had the side effects, which is sad. It's really, really sad. And I suppose I wanted to share that with you, of the idea that I'm lucky. I know I'm lucky. I'm lucky in a lot of ways, but I thought one of the reasons I was lucky is because I really didn't get bullied at all. When reality is I didn't remember getting bullied. And I don't know whether that's worse or better. All I know is it's my life. And it feels so shit, because I know now that, yeah, I wouldn't have survived that high school. It wouldn't have been good that my parents made the right decision in saying I shouldn't be attending there. And I didn't understand it for the longest time, and now I do. It's just, I don't know how to feel. I've been bullied by people, and I can't remember it happening, and I don't know how that makes me feel, because I can't remember it happening. I can't remember those people, but I still have the psychological effects, and it's kind of like, what gives? Because I'm still paranoid. I still think everyone hates me. I assume the worst of people. I think they're going to be mean-spirited and hurt me, and that I'm in disappointment. All the psychological effects bullying has on you, I have, without none of the memories of how it happened. It hurts so much. So weird. I thought I lived in a fantasy world where bullying actually didn't kind of exist, at least not for me, but the truth was much more terrible than that, I suppose. Bullying did exist, I just couldn't remember it. I was still hurt by it. I was still hurt by it, and then thought I was clinging onto other people's trauma from the books I read, but that wasn't the case at all. And I'm still kind of processing that. I don't know how to go about processing even just the memories I have now, because I'm almost certain there are many more that are repressed. And I don't know how to process the fact that my perfect memory isn't so perfect, and that I have repressed memories. So yeah, that's fun. It's so fun. It's not. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what the point of this is, but I felt like I need to tell someone. Anyway, bye. Comment on the reading and stuff and what your thoughts on Revelation is, because I really wasn't able to talk about it because I don't know, but maybe you might have some insights. Anyway, bye.